Get this going. All right, so Brad Davis, we got 10 laps in the Nissan GT R. Again, my name is David Melanson. The quick recap, I'll always worry about mirrors and passing. You just enjoy the driving. Just depends on where we are, but I'll talk through it. It's nothing crazy. It's not the hard part by any means. Those cones, again, just good reference. Not connect the dots, but again, some fixed points help you learn the course faster. Orange cones, think about slowing down. It's relative to speed. There's a couple sections we can just ease off the gas, and that's plenty. But end of the straightaway, that kind of stuff, when we got a brake. This car likes a bit more of a stab. It needs quite a bit of pressure. It's a heavy car, and the pedal has a lot of travel. So get comfortable with that deceleration. You should feel your seatbelt grab you. It should be pretty assertive.
Okay.
If maybe the strongest dude ever met and you brake too hard, you can always back off a little. If you don't brake enough, momentum wins, right? So get it slow before the corner. So as you get to that green cone, you should feel comfortable turning in. As I mentioned, the weight in this car, it gives it a lot of grip, but it feels much more like that SUV than it will that Ferrari. So all that translates to is just steer it smooth. Think about leaning the weight on that outside tire, kind of edge to edge. You can always add more the moment you get hesitant with it or aggressive. It's a lot of car moving around on you. So try and be fluid, particularly in those big sweeping corners. We're also all-wheel drive, which you weren't in the Ferrari. So those two turns, it's 3 and 10, the big U-turn corners, far side and the far end of the track there. You just got to be patient with the gas pedal. If you're turning and accelerating, you're just going to go straight. It just understeers. It's going to, whichever way this thing's pointed. So take that time. There's going to be a moment where you're just about coasting, letting the car change direction. If you're feeling all the time like you want to just jump on the gas, it's because you're usually braking too hard. You're slowing down too much. We should have just been going faster, right? But that's where I'll kind of help you out. And then beyond that, my only other advice, it's just your vision. Learn a new track, and as it gets better and you're coming faster, you just can't think any faster. Just really keep the eyes moving. I'm going to break this into 5 and 5. We'll do 5 laps. We'll do a cool down in the middle, and then we'll do 5 more. Just make sure your temperature good. If you have any questions halfway, you'll be able to ask. Any immediate questions?
Nope.
Good. Are we driving automatic? Are we using those paddle shifters?
Paddle shift.
Good.
I daily a manual car.
Gotcha. These are fixed to the steering wheel, so they move with your hands, but same upshift right, downshift left. On this track, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Shouldn't ever really need 2nd. You got a big RPM range and it's turboed, so I want it to spool. So I'll call them out, but again, don't overthink it.
Do the turbos kick in at a particular RPM? Like 3,000-4,000 or? Yeah,
but essentially, because we're on the track, we're kind of always going to be above 3,000. So you'll probably feel on the initial takeoff, but otherwise coming through. The trick with this car is, like I said, between the all-wheel drive and whatever traction control you do have, if it feels like it's bogging down, it's usually because you bound up the front. You're usually still too deep in the corner when you're trying to get on it. So that's usually what I'm seeing people grab. Like, they'll try and grab 2nd gear. It's not because we need 2nd gear. It's because we're
overworking the front tires.
It's because it's giving it a hard time. But let's go find out together, man. So push on the brake. That's down. That's over. You can pull out and make a big old left. We're headed over to those orange cones.
Sorry, left. Just right over to the cone?
Yeah, basically pull up next to that last one and kind of get in that black lane is all. And then use the brake, bring it to a full stop. We'll make sure we have a clear track. That's about right. Just straight on out. Good, consistent acceleration. As you enter the track, we'll hit 2nd gear, but start. Yeah, you're good. Full throttle when you're shifting. Yep. Keep going.
We're in auto?
Oh, sorry. Yep. Go for it. End up on the left. We'll go just past the orange cones to start. We actually don't have to brake at all at this speed. Yeah, just pulling out. Hit that green cone with your headlight, looking in right, and release the brake into the corner. Coming back on the gas pedal. Accelerate all the way out of the turn. Let it push you to those stripes. Keep it on this right-hand side until the orange cones come to your bumper, and then start braking straight down the right side. Downshift once to 3rd. Start looking over that shoulder. You got to get down to that apex cone. Very late corner. Good. Come back on the gas. Just ease off the gas a little right as you turn in, and then accelerate coming out. Same thing here. Ease off this little dip. Accelerate. End up on the left side. We don't have to brake here, but we got to get it all the way to the right-hand side. Keep on the gas pedal. Now brake. This one creeps up, so really just dive into that turn 7. Good. We're going to hug it all the way on this left-hand side. There's a car going to pass you on the right. Normally going straight as possible, give him a run. Back on the gas, tuck in behind him. Start braking. This is that big turn 10. The trick is don't stare at the wall, just turn your head. Your hands will follow, but you gotta see the target. Look up, accelerate, see him using all that room after that line. That's where we want to end up as well. Then we just end up on the left. Upshift. The second orange cone will start to brake. Firm pressure. Stay left, start curling your toes back, releasing the brake, coming off the pedal. There you go. Back to the gas and accelerate to full throttle all the way out. Commit, go. Start braking, one downshift, lighter brakes. The wheel's gonna be heavy, that's grip. Turn tight, trying to freeze up with it. There you go. Accelerate, looking in right, get down to this inside edge. We're coming across in here left. Is the car gonna pass on the right? You're good, just keep it left edge. Still head our turn in, stay on the gas, you'll just tuck in right behind him. Don't change a thing, get all the way right. Tiny brakes, and then dive in. And then here, start to accelerate. You see him driving you right over the paint. Left side, full throttle. And then we'll brake harder. Good. Start driving out of the corner. Let's go do it again. We'll pass that yellow car on his left. Upshift once. Brake. One downshift, staying left. Yeah, under braking, don't let it move you over. Just makes the corner smaller. Let it come to you. Full throttle coming out. Be comfortable with the edge. You're good. Same thing here. Brake to the edge.
Yeah.
Now bring it in. Good. Because you can see where we're getting on the stripes, but we're still kind of pointed off, and you're just having to turn for longer.
Oh, yeah.
So you treat it like you had a 20-foot trailer behind you. Just swing wide, then tuck it in.
Okay.
Go for it. You're good. Stay on the gas. Go. It's a full throttle game here. Don't think it's going to slide or spin or anything. Turn the wheel. Start braking. Turn. Off the brake, back to the gas pedal. Good. Full throttle. Turn the wheel.
That definitely feels heavier than the Ferrari.
Yes. Brake hard. It is. It's like 1,200 pounds more. Nice and tight. And that weight, but the weight gives it grip. That's the whole trick. The more you press down a tire, the more friction you have. It's why you can put 2,000 horsepower on upshift. But it means the steering's going to be heavy. It's stuck to that pavement, so you got to muscle through it. Lighter brakes all the way to the green. Lighter brakes, less. Come off the brake, off completely. There you go. Back to gas. Still not sliding. We can be that speed or faster. That's the fun bit. Tiny brakes. Come off the pedal. Off the brake. Yep. Now turn. There you go. Get back to gas. Be strong. Get to the inside. Gas pedal coming out. Tight here. It's going to be bumpy. Just hold it in. Take it. Just coast. Swing all the way right. Hell yeah. Brake hard. Downshift once. Turn it in. Full throttle through it. Try to make the straightest line possible. Closer to the green cones. Because the more you have to make that S, the more you're having to yank the wheel. Brake it smooth. Alright, we're going to take a cool down lap here. You're good to turn in. Basically, just click it to 5th gear.
5th gear?
Yeah. Keep the RPMs low, and then just be like 55 miles an hour or so. We're just trying to do a whole lap without really touching brakes. Letting air flow over it.
Okay, yeah, you're going to have to help me with the miles per hour thing. I'm used to kilometers. But...
Okay, 90K.
Yeah.
But you're good. A little faster than this. This is about right. So this corner, obviously, we don't want to go off.
Yeah.
But every foot you turn in, that corner gets smaller. So just be deliberate until the moment you actually want to turn in. There you go. Because then it makes this a pretty straight line. Same thing here. Momentum's going to force it out. But even where it's here, you notice the red paint's still another 2-3 feet. So there's more room than you think. Same thing, under brake, let it come to you, and then start tucking it in. And then just keep your hands moving 1 degree at a time, and just get comfortable. How close could you actually get into there, right?
Okay. You go right up onto that curve?
You don't have to, and honestly, it'll probably unsettle you, but realize if you're not feeling the bump, there's still more space, right? If you turn too much, we can always back off, but we don't want to avoid things. So same thing here, get comfortable with how close we can get and square this up. Lift off the gas. As we come through here, this speed's fine. But I want to start slicing past that cone, and then this is a pretty clean line.
Okay.
That's all we're going for. Any questions for me?
No.
Downshift twice for me. One more, third. hit this apex, we'll get right back into it. Do the second half. Start straightening out. Go. Yeah, it's a totally kind of different beast of a machine. Climb shifts. We're doing good with it. Faster every lap. Good braking. Just keep your foot right there, and then start curling your toes back. Come off the brake, feel it sit flat on all 4 tires. There you go. Back on the gas. That's 100 kilometers an hour in the corner. We'll take it. Keep the eyes just scanning across. Come off the brake. Good. Start squeezing back to full throttle here. We'll propel you out. Tighter on the right. Gas pedal. Little lift. Gas pedal. All the way left side. The speed's fine, just square it right. Now brake here, brake hard. Now coming off the brake, off. Good, back to gas. Get close to that cone. Flat out, go. There you go. Brake hard, downshift. That was beautiful. Lighter brakes. Good. Turn more if you can. Accelerate coming out. Good upshifts. Less. Come off the pedal, see what happens. Back on the gas. Good, man, keep going. Brake, 1 downshift. Come off the brake. Look that way. There you go, accelerate. That Lamborghini should be your target. Ease off the gas and look at his bumper. Accelerate to it. Again, lift. Look up to his car. Drive to it. Go. Lift. Just let it coast. Get it tighter right. Brake smooth. Brake. Coming off the brake, nice and tight. Get close to him. Make that boy nervous. Get closer. We're going to pass him on his right side. Full throttle. Go. Take a little shot. There it is. Brake hard. Lighter brakes. Turn it tight. Fast you go. Don't lose those eyes. Let's go. Upshift. Upshift. Big breath. Yeah. Hard brake. 1 downshift. Lighter. Off. Beautiful. Back on the gas. A little bit less. The initial pressure is immediate, and then right away just 10% less, 20% less. Just trailing out of it. It's still clamped on that brake. It's still slowing the car, but it just takes that stress off the steering. It helps the back end feel so squirrely. Ease off, bring it right, back to gas, and then here, brake, and then less off.
Yeah, I hesitant taking the brake off on that one.
And it's a double-edged sword. If you're hesitant, the weight stays in the front and the back squirrel. That's how that Hellcat drifts. He add brakes last second and the back steps out. If you can just come off the brake, the front springs decompress and it squats the ass end. But you have to be coming off the brake.
Okay.
Like I said, it doesn't have to be nothing, but you need to be releasing. You can't freeze. So less, nothing. Back to gas. Good. Now lighter. Because look at all that pavement. Just steer. Turn harder. See what happens. Still planted, still good. Tires are talking, but we're good. Keep it tight. Just commit to your input and go for it. All the way right.
Remember if we did those in 3rd or 4th?
Brake here. We want 3rd. Turn in. Back to gas. But then full throttle. Full. Now brake. Downshift. Come out of that brake.
It's the first time I saw the traction control in that section.
Okay, try it out. Told you, getting faster. Upshift. Upshift. Stay left. So lighter brakes, you're starting to brake earlier, so you're not getting as high a top speed. So now we don't need as much brake as we did the previous laps. So that's why I try and be consistent with where you touch the brake, and then it helps learning that modulation. Steer. Wait for the gas, turn more. Now throttle coming out. Ease off, keep it tight. Squeeze in, and then just commit to full throttle. Commit. Ease off, swing it right, brake here, downshift, turn it in, back to gas. Last good push. Brake hard. That's our laps. We're gonna come off the track here, right to the blue. Nice job, man.
Definitely feel the weight compared to the 430 for sure.
Yeah.
But I also feel the all-wheel drive.
Yeah. And it's just, like I said, this car is an incredible platform. Yeah, you just don't want to grab first. There you go.
Okay. It's like my WRX, it doesn't like to drive in first.
Yeah.
Where am I?
Go all the way up. You're gonna be next to that green Mercedes up there.
Okay.
So just take
right
a
of the green Mercedes?
take a right. Yeah. You won't have enough room to open your door, so there's kind of just enough space.
Centered up between them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, you know, like I said, and you can feel it's very planted. It's holding the ground really well, but it also, like I said, when there is a bump or there's something off, there's a lot of movement of this car. It really is a great thing to learn weight transfer.
Next time I gotta try the NSX out for that, because that should feel a lot lighter on its toes.
Yeah, the NSX what I would take home out of anything here. I like that car a lot.
Oh yeah. Maybe next
The same
time,
thing. You get that great all-wheel drive confidence, but now you're sitting lower.
Channel
You
2.
have less weight.
Channel
It's a
3.
little more nimbler. You even get a little more horsepower. I mean, it's just a well-engineered car. But
430 to this to the NSX next time.
yeah, nothing wrong with that. Let me power this down. There's no rush. If you're taking pictures, if you're drifting, driving anything else, do it all first. But this got to go to the front. We still have your ID. Don't leave without it.
Yep.
Any other questions for me?
Nope.
No. Hey, great job, man.
Thank you.
Let me power this down.